Hi everyone, we're Group 1, and today we'll be presenting two essential topics in management: organizing and human resource management, and leadership. Let's get started. Organizational structure is the formal system of tasks and reporting relationships. It helps coordinate and motivate people so that everyone works toward the same organizational goals. Managers design structure based on several factors like the environment, technology, strategy, and human resources. These factors influence how complex or flexible the structure should be. Job design strategy. To make jobs more meaningful, managers use job design strategies. Job simplification reduces tasks, while job enlargement increases task variety. Job enrichment gives employees more responsibility, improving motivation and engagement. Types of organizational structures. Organizations use different structures. A functional structure groups jobs by department. A divisional structure creates units based on products, markets, or geography. A matrix structure combines both, where employees report to two managers, one for function and one for product. In a functional structure, each department handles a specific function like marketing, finance, or operations. This helps employees specialize and improve efficiency. Divisional structures group employees into units based on product lines or customer types. Each division has its own departments, allowing faster decision-making and customer focus. A matrix structure is an organizational structure that simultaneously groups people and resources by function and product. A matrix structure is highly flexible. It allows people to work across projects while staying rooted in their functional expertise. But it can be complex, as employees have two bosses, dual reporting lines. Strategic human resource management ensures that the HR system supports the company's structure, culture, and strategy. It focuses on alignment, making sure the right people are in the right roles. The components of HRM includes recruitment and selection, training and development, performance appraisal and feedback, pay and benefits, labor relations. They all must fit together. Coordinating through the hierarchy. To keep things running smoothly, managers rely on the hierarchy of authority. This chain of command clarifies who reports to whom. Span of control is also important. It's the number of employees reporting directly to a manager. Wide spans mean faster communication, while narrow spans give tighter supervision. Recruitment and selection. Recruitment involves building a pool of candidates. Selection is about choosing the most qualified. External recruiting is looking outside the organization for people who have not worked at the firm previously. Meanwhile, internal recruiting is where managers turn to existing employees to fill open positions. External recruiting brings new ideas but is costly. Internal recruiting saves time and motivates current employees. Performance appraisal. Performance appraisals evaluate employee contributions using rating scales and feedback tools. Feedback should be specific, respectful, and delivered both formally and informally to help employees grow. Pay and benefits. Pay includes salaries, bonuses, and raises. Benefits can be mandatory, like health insurance, or optional, like daycare and flexible schedules. These rewards help attract and retain talent. Moving on to leadership. So, what is leadership? Leadership is the process of influencing others to achieve group or organizational goals. It involves motivating, guiding, and setting a vision that others want to follow. What makes a leader effective? An effective leader adapts their approach based on the people they are dealing with. They also build trust and teamwork among the team. Moreover, they use the right kind of power, depending on the situation and the people they lead. Leaders use different types of power. Legitimate comes from position. Reward involves giving benefits. Coercive is the ability to punish. Expert power is based on skill. Irreverent power comes from respect and admiration. Trait model of leadership. The trait model looks at personal characteristics like intelligence, confidence, and knowledge that are linked to effective leadership. But having these traits doesn't always guarantee success. Trait and behavioral models are useful, but they don't account for the environment. A leader might have the right qualities, but still struggle if the situation doesn't fit. That's why we also need contingency models. The behavior model focuses on what leaders do. Consideration is the behavior indicating that a manager trusts, respects, and cares about subordinates. Initiating structure is the behavior that managers engage in to ensure that work gets done. Subordinates perform their jobs acceptably, and the organization is efficient and effective. So basically, consideration is about showing respect and care for the team. Initiating structure ensures goals are clear, and work is organized and efficient. Contingency models. Contingency models say that the best leadership style depends on the situation. It's not just about traits or behaviors, context matters too. Whether or not a manager is an effective leader is the result of the interplay between what the manager is like, what he does, and the situation in which leadership takes place. Fiedler's leadership styles. Fiedler identified 2 leadership styles. Relationship-oriented leaders are leaders who are concerned with developing good relations with their subordinates and being liked by them. It focuses on strong team bonds. Task-oriented leaders are leaders whose primary concern is to ensure that subordinates perform at a high level so the job gets done. It focuses on completing goals. Each works best in different situations based on things like team trust and clarity of tasks. In path goal theory, a leader's role is to motivate subordinates by clarifying how to achieve goals. This involves identifying outcomes, removing obstacles, and rewarding good performance. Leader substitutes model. Leadership isn't necessary for subordinates to perform highly, but it is contingent on the characteristics of the subordinates and the situation. In the leader substitutes model, capable and motivated subordinates, or a well-structured job, can reduce the need for direct supervision. Transformational versus transactional leadership. Transformational leaders inspire people, help them grow, and align personal goals with the organization's mission. They're visionary and charismatic. Transactional leaders use rewards and consequences to manage performance. Both approaches are useful in different contexts. Both styles are important. Transformational leadership is ideal for driving change and long-term engagement. That's all from us. Thank you for listening to our presentation.